you ever known in your heart that you were doing work that just wasn't right for you? The Canada Human Resource Centre says that 3 out of 4 people are not happy with their jobs. And maybe you've met one of these people. You come in the morning and you say good morning, and you get the good morning, and the zombie response. And maybe you're not happy with your work. See, I was forced to stare the situation in the face. So it's Sunday night, and I'm feeling sick, my stomach's upset, and I'm thinking, I must be coming down with something. And then it hits me. I'm not sick. I'm sick of my job. I'm dreading work. I'm dreading Monday morning, especially this Monday morning. It's performance review day. Yay. And so at 1 a.m. or 2 or some ungodly hour, I made a decision. I was either going to make my job different, or I needed to get a different job. So it's Monday, and I'm walking to work, and I'm feeling pretty anxious about my review, and bam, I run into my friend Kim. We used to work together. And I said, hey, Kim, how's work going? And she said, Cal, I hate my job, but the money's good. Ouch. She just about broke my heart. So many of us do work that we don't like because we feel we don't have a choice. And perhaps you felt that way at some point about your work or some other area of your life, a relationship, for example, that just isn't right for you. You have this feeling, this sense of misalignment. See, we have an epidemic of people doing work that they weren't meant to do. And for years, I was one of those people. Take a look at this guy. Where is this guy? Not happy. Right? And I felt like a prostitute. And by that I mean feeling chained to work that I hated because I needed the money. Every morning feeling those golden handcuffs. And so it's Monday morning, I'm knocking on my boss's door, Dave is his name, and I can feel the sweat trickling down the inside of my arms, and my heart's pounding, and I can hear Kim's voice in my head, I hate my job. And I was sick of feeling sick on Sunday evenings. So in the sleep-deprived wee hours, I made another decision. This year's performance review was going to be different. So Dave opens his office door with those steely Scottish eyes, and he says, Cal, take a seat. Oh my God, that sounds like a pirate accent, not a Scottish accent. And I'm too wound up to sit. So I step in and I close the door, and I said, Dave, all that technical stuff I used to do? Well, I don't want to do that anymore. Dave, looking a little perplexed, goes and sits behind his desk. And he starts flipping through my employee file. 15 years of work history. See, and I had followed the formula. I worked hard, I got promoted, and yet I felt miserable. So Dave turns another page, and I can feel my shirt getting a little wetter with each moment. And I'm thinking to myself, what have I done? What am I going to tell my wife when they fire me? It'll be 2 months of hamburger helper, minus the hamburger. And Dave turns another page at the pace of your average glacier. See, but I had to do it. My job was sucking the life out of me. I'm a people person, and sure, I was good at the technical stuff, but I needed more. I needed to connect. So, sorry, I needed to connect. And so Dave said, okay, Cal, now that you don't do all that technical stuff, what is it that you want to do now? Right? And I, after 15 years of these reviews, I know it's about the bottom line. When I said, Dave, I want to make my job different. I want to be the workplace happiness guy. Happiness guy? Really, Cal? And it seemed like such a fantastic idea to me at 2 a.m. And my performance has always been stellar, so I think Dave's cutting me a little bit of slack here. And he said, okay, Cal, why do you want to be the workplace happiness guy? And again, I know I need to sound intelligent here, so feeling a little bit out of body, he said, well, Dave, a strategic staffing solution is going to help contribute to our overall human capital development goals. And those Scottish eyes are boring through me. I said, we're going to increase productivity and prevent the loss of good people. And Dave's not convinced. We're going to increase average revenue per person. We will impact the bottom line. And there it is, that knowing smile. And Dave said, okay, Cal, prove that happiness increases dollars and cents. What's your plan? Plan? Clearly I hadn't thought that through at 2 a.m. Oh, I'm thinking, and I got nothing. And Dave's watching me squirm, and finally I said, well, Dave, I'm just working on the final touches of the plan, and if you can just give me a couple days to refine it, and then I'll circle back with you and we can go through it in great detail. Okay, Cal. Unbelievable. You know, by checking in with my heart and taking a stand for myself, I'm actually getting to make my job different. Now, not only did Dave want me to prove that happiness matters with my small team of 14 people, he wanted me to prove it with his entire team of 700. I guess I better get started on that plan. And don't get me wrong, it takes courage to stand up for your own happiness. But you have it in you. You know, perhaps you've followed the formula. Success in school, worked hard, got promoted. But if you feel miserable, you can do something about it. You know, taking a stand for my own happiness was the start of this amazing journey. For the first time in years, I was actually excited about my work, and I'm getting to help hundreds of others do the same. You know, we did come up with that plan that David asked for, but the best part is we actually look forward to Monday mornings. And there's some real tangible benefits to a company in doing this. You know, research by Gallup shows that unhappy workers cost the North American business economy over $350 billion each year. And there's real science to happiness in the workplace. You remember steely-eyed Dave and his team of 700 people? Well, Dave's area became the place to work within our company. We took our employee engagement score from 54% to 85%. And we did impact the bottom line. You know, our employees were happier, our clients were happy, Dave was happy because our shareholders were happy. It was a win-win-win. And I want to share with you a simple 3-step process, or process for my American friends, that you can start right now in order to be happier in your work and happier in your life. You know, you don't need to wait for an annual review or some event to be proactive about your happiness. You just need to do your own personal review. So step number 1, check in with your heart. How do you really feel about your work? Are you excited, empowered, engaged? What does your heart tell you? See, happiness is a matter of the heart. And yet so often we try and figure it out using our logical minds. Yeah, logical mind. And step number 2, decide to make a change. Now, I wouldn't recommend deciding at 2 a.m. like I did, right? But believe in yourself. Standing up for your own happiness takes courage, but you can absolutely do it. And then step number 3, what's the one small step you can take today towards a happier tomorrow? How do you build a bridge? For most of us, to just stop what we're doing and follow our hearts, may not be possible. But what's the one thing you can do to move you in that direction? So I'll give you an example. So I'm now the workplace happiness guy, and I get a call from Michael. He's my right-hand man. He's like, "Cal, I think I need to leave the company." And I was like, "What? I can't lose this guy now. I need him more than ever." And I said, "Okay, Michael, what if you don't need a different job? What if we just make your job different? Like, what if we actually get you doing work you're excited about?" And he said, "Cal, I trust you, so I'll have the conversation, but I don't know what that looks like." So Michael and I went on this discovery process, or process for my Canadian friends, that I described to you. And it turns out Michael's passion is creativity. And at the time, his job was scheduling of data migrations, like probably the least creative job on the planet. And knowing that employee engagement increases when we celebrate our successes, I wanted to highlight our team's accomplishments, but I wanted to do it in a cool, impactful, meaningful fashion. So I share this idea with Michael. 2 weeks later, Michael sends me the draft to what they now call their mid-year video. I clicked on the link, and I literally started crying. This thing was so powerful. And so I immediately called Michael and I said, "Michael, are you friggin' kidding me?" And he's like, What? Did I do something wrong?" And I was like, "No, man. This is absolutely amazing." And you fast forward 18 months later, not only did Michael not leave the company, but he's literally pinging me Saturday night at midnight. He's like, "Cal, I found this amazing program, and wait till you see the cool things." And I was like, yeah. Can we talk about this on Monday morning? Because, well, it's Saturday at midnight. Right? But that's the point. For Michael, it no longer feels like work. He's doing what he loves. And Michael didn't need to quit his job. We just made his job different. Michael checked in with his heart, and then he took a stand for himself, and then we came up with a plan for him. But he took that first step. What is your first step? What's the one thing you can do today, the first move to increase your happiness? Draw upon your courage. Imagine a community where everyone was excited about their work. Michael and I, we got to make our jobs different. And we helped create this amazing work environment. Imagine what it would feel like to you to be excited about Sunday night and Monday morning. Check in with your heart. Figure out what makes you happy. And then take your first step towards being happier with your work and happier with your life.